Good morning and welcome to TMI Socials. I am Stephanie Notariwa, and here's what's making wave across social media. Firstly, during Tuesday's Senate session, Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan from Kogi Central sought to speak on a clause in the Criminal Code Act Amendment Bill that proposes 5-year jail term for supplying abortion drugs, but was overruled by Senate President Godswill Akpabio and Senator Oshiomhole, citing procedural rules after the bill was stepped down for the committee review. The bill, which also includes life imprisonment for defiling minors, highlights ongoing debate on reproductive rights in the Senate, where women occupy only 4 of 109 seats. The incident underscores procedural tension and the limited representation of female lawmakers in Nigerians' legislature. Let's get to see the first video as regards this incident.
Say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Mr. Senate President, please may I speak? I'm a woman and abortion has to do with women. It's very important, sir.
Let us go to clause. This has been stepped down in totality. Yes, you distinguished senator. Distinguished senator. This has been stepped down in view of the conviction, but if you have anything to add, you can say.
Thank you very much, sir. Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, Kogi Central. Sir, this borders on abortion. And
yes, Senator. Your mic.
Mr. President, we have been tutored over and over that when a matter has been concluded and you have dropped the gavel, in this particular case, to allow for more conversation, if you grant exemption to distinguish Senator Natasha, then you must extend the same extension to us, in which case our rules will become meaningless. I think
moved by Senator Oshiomhole
for minors.
For minors. That
the minimum
penalty should be 20 years instead of 10 years.
20 years.
20 years.
Imprisonment.
I saw second.
And no option of fine.
No option of fine.
Senator Aledo, you wanted to say something?
I wanted to propose a more stiffer punishment for defilement, life imprisonment. Because in other climes, actually, it's life imprisonment. In fact, a capital punishment. Particularly in India, Pakistan, and what have you, it's capital punishment. But here, we can reduce it to life imprisonment.
DSP, the motion was on 20 years. But the counter motion is on life imprisonment.
Mr. President, we don't have that in our rules. Once there's a motion, somebody seconds, then it will be put to vote. If he fails, then he can raise his own motion. We don't have this. It's alien to our rules.
But we bear in mind.
It's alien.
We bear in mind that he has a counter motion.
You can do that. But he knows, it's an experienced legislator. He knows at this point, you cannot change this. It should be put to vote, defeat it, then you brings forward his own motion.
Okay, those in support that defilement of minors should carry 20 years imprisonment in the act, say aye. Those against say nay. Okay, so that is defeated. Yes, you can now move.
So that was the video as regards this incident, and this has seemed to stir up a lot of comments online. Let's get to see some of this comment. This one says, Senate President Akpabio tried to be tactful by granting exception to Senator Natasha to make her submission, but Senator Oshiomhole felt others are entitled to the exception if granted to Natasha. To avoid setting a bad precedent, the laid down rules should be maintained. Let's get to see the next comment. Men playing politics over women. Someday, a woman will be a Senate president. I hope the men will be willing to stand her. Let's get to see the next. Just look at the attendance for people Nigerians are paying heavily. I know a sitting quorum is 2/3, which is 36. But this is not shameful that people are collecting so much money and yet don't come to work. Let's get to see the next comment. Is this a committee meeting, or why is the seat empty? God, what's happening in this country? Where our Osun State Senator never heard any of them speak on anything or raise motion. Let's get to see the next comment. After seeing this, you are not convinced that she has been marked for neglect. Then you are yet to take Nigerian politics with serious concern. They wanted to show her for being bold enough to challenge the Senate president. Morality is no longer a virtue here. Let's get to see the next comment. She wanted to speak before the SP hit the gavel. They should stop harassing her. Also, she on her own part needs to know the rules guiding the Senate. Osho made a valid point also. I think the SP should have given more time before hitting the gavel. Let's get to see. Moving on, still on TMI socials. Nigerian activist Martin Vincent, known as VeryDarkMan, issued a public warning on X against his former Chinese business partner Ross Boss, citing a recent scam report involving a victim and multiple suspicious accounts. VeryDarkMan, who previously collaborated with Ross on trip to China and promoted his services, emphasized he never fully trusted him and advised Nigerians to exercise due diligence in import. Ross denied the claim, stating the accounts are for his sales staff and providing evidence of $15,000 in financial support to VeryDarkMan, amid broader concern about fraud in Nigeria-China trade. Let's get to see the video of VeryDarkMan as regards this issue.
If they drop me for hotel, I could go back, go check those factories whether they're legit. And I found out that some of them are RNG factory. Then from there, I now started asking questions before I was able to get the real factories that make some things. Some of the things that were introduced to me from his own end are substandard products, because I kept on telling him that Ross, me, I have big name in Africa. Nigerians believe and trust me. So any product you are going to sell to me or introduce to me or trying to sell to my people, make sure it is of good quality. And go say, good quality, good quality. But at the end of the day, when I go test those things low-key from back, I go find out say those qualities not the good qualities. Do you understand? So I don't trust him 100%. Not because you see me with him, you want to patronize him. So if you are doing business with Ross, you are doing it at your own discretion.
So let's get to see the comments as regards this issue. VDM is slowly losing its credibility because he himself said he trusted this guy and come back for more business deal. He also said we can reach out to him. Now problem solved, you won't change mouth. So who are the legit people you want the China twice for Nigeria to transcend with? Let's get to see the next comment. This message should have come way earlier. You don't give endorsement finish, and many people have put a seal of trust on him because of you. I hope people can now see that messages now and adjust accordingly. Make it never too late for many people. Let's get to see the last comment as regards this issue. What VeryDarkMan is doing now shows he understands how social media works. He is letting China cross now that use of influence to scam people. I don't trust you 100% to VeryDarkMan, a bad guy, and also sending a clear message to those who are so desperate to transact and link up. And that's basically the size of our package on TMI Social. And with me, I have Evan Sunokoge to throw more light on the various stories. Yeah, you asked me of the story. I think the very first one, the one that has to do with Natasha, really catches my interest there. I don't know. I think we cannot afford to face this kind of controversy right now, so we just allow sleeping dogs to lie. Now, somebody talked about the very emptiness of the Senate. That is not just interesting at all. Yeah, the Senate seat. You know, it's not interesting. Anyway, this is where we draw the curtain today on the program this morning on ITV. And on behalf of my co-anchors in Lagos and in Abuja, I want to say thank you so much. My name is Evan Sunokoge. Tomorrow the program comes on. Please stay tuned.